I wasn't expecting to be here this evening. Hi, Anne-Marie. Hi, Crow. Evening, Joe. You all right? Thank you, Yogi. Thank you for the heart maze and the roses. Thank you. Hi, Fliss. Hey, Cubster. Hi, Yogi. Oh no, Spartan, you're lacking. Hi, who was that? Hi, Daily Vibe. You all right, lovely? Hi, Andrea. Good evening. I am Ali. I'm not happy. Good evening, 79, Mr. Alex. How are you? Hi, Squeaky. Thank you, Fliss. Thank you for the what's-its. They're not what's-its, are they? But you know what I mean. Hey, Kim. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Kirsty. Thank you, Nana Bear. How is everybody doing? Good evening, KD. You're right, Patricia, love. It's that time of year, isn't it? As soon as you put the heating on, you get a cold for some reason. Good evening, Tracy. Oh, nearly missed. Nana Bear. No, I got Nana Bear. Oh, right. Hi, Kirsty. It is very cold, yes. Hi, Cloud, darling. I'm all right. Hi, Mama. Oh, Kirsty, I'm so sorry you've had a bad day, darling. Evening, midnight. Thank you. Thank you for the you know what I mean. Thank you very much. Thank you. Everybody doing okay? What a Saturday it's been. Good evening, Wendy. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Thank you. Oh, thank you. All goes into the pot for a good cause, so thank you. Good evening, Grandel. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Valiant. Thank you, Andrea. No worries, Emma, love. Oh, I'm behind again. Hang on. Good evening, CJ. How's everybody? Oh, how's everybody doing? Everybody doing okay? Hey, Cinnamon. Hello, Moonlight. I'm getting there. If it's not one thing, it's another, but we move. You all right, Trudy, love? Yeah, we move. Don't we? I'll see. Good evening, Stephanie. I'm not too bad. Hi, Lisa. Thank you, Linda. All right, Harry Potter. Thank you for the heart maze. Thank you for the I know we all are, Mama, honestly. Spent the day at the local. Oh, did you, Mr. Legaff? Was it good? Thank you, Lisa. Hi, Sarah Louise. Good evening, B. Hi, Paula. Evening, Brenda. Hello, Tiffany. Missed anything? Little bit, yeah. It's all been going on. I see you, Emma. Just on a break. Hi, Scottish Mo. Not too bad. Not too bad. Thank you, Spartan. Oh, I do love a crafty fair. I'm not gonna lie. Hi, Jazza. Hi, Mel. I'm all right, Tiffany. Are you? Thank you, Mandy. Blimey, Spartan. Thank you. Face plant. Hi, Stardew. Hi, Glynis. Oh, charming. Customers are the worst, aren't they, Emma? Flipping paying customers. Hi, Amanda. No, I seriously mean that. A lot of my kids have worked in the customer service sector, and people are horrible. Oh, you, Tiffany, you're having a day today, darling. Thank you, Far. I'm all right, Stardew, thank you. You all right, Finley? Hi, Lolly. Thank you. Good evening, Mama Z. You all right, Froggy? Yeah. We're all good in here. As good as we can be. Hi, Dr. B. Hi, Ladybird. I wasn't doing a live, and then I went in Miss Red's live, and she said, Luke's not doing a live because he's busy. Hi, Ali. So, oh, bless you, Tiffany. So I thought, may as well come live, mightn't I? You know, with, thank you, Serafina, with all the shenanigans, what's going on, I thought I'd try and bring a little bit of sanity. And I do mean little. I don't know whether people have stayed on. Hi, Glinda. Good evening, Emma. If you've been on today, you'll have noticed what an absolute it's been. Thank you, Seraphina. Thank you, Vic. Oh, Emma, tell you. There wasn't a corner in sight that you could hide. Thank you, Lisa, darling. Oh, bless your heart. Thank you. Thank you, Vic. Thank you, Brenda. Lots of screaming. Thank you for the heart, me, Jebra. Oh, hang on. Oh, Vic, love. Thank you. Oh, you're coming in Oh. Oh, Mandy, honestly. Oh, were you in there, Emma? Oh, flipping out. That was, wow, wasn't it? So, it has been horrendous. Oh, B, honestly. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Vic. So, I think Deluded decided to be on the wine today. I mean, to be fair, she's had a hard week. But I think, hi Scales Girl, hey Eternia, I think she was on the wine because she thought the talent show was tonight. And you know how she loves the talent show. She does. Oh, bless you, Gemma. How's he doing? Is he doing any better now? Thank you, Kirsty. Thank you, Seraphina. I'm all right, Eternia. Oh, CJ, you saw that then. Oof. Hi, Anne. Yeah, that's true. Do you know what, Midnight? I'm not sure I did, Moonlight. I did. Do you know... Oh, completely, Andrea. Yeah. It was all... Well, that's the thing, you see. Thank you, B. I think she's earned that money and she'll throw away Live Pro now. So essentially, she's fleeced her community because she's not going to keep it. I think some of the stuff that went on today, yeah, Gemma, and you as well, love. I think some of what went on today was done on her Live Pro account. Oh, yeah, RG, yeah, I did. Thank you, Lisa, thank you. But I do notice she hasn't got the Live Pro badge yet. So Live Pro is where essentially you have to earn TikTok a lot of money. And you get something called Live Pro, which I don't actually know what that gives you above and beyond what you have. Whether you get to keep more of your gift money or I don't know. I'm sure someone will Google and tell me. Oh, bless you. How are you, darling? It's the top beggar gift badge. Right. Thank you. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Brenda, love. Oh, it pushes your lives out. Oh, thank you, Corey. Thank you, Catherine, love. Good evening, my love. So yeah, lots of money. What can I say? Thank you, Miss Boo Boo. Thank you, Brenda. Hi, Susan. So I don't know, Mel, to be honest. I really don't know. Hi, Foofy. It's not. Thank you. It's not something I'll ever go for, I don't think. But you do have to be invited, to be fair. You do have to be invited. She's going on about Alicia. Why? What's Alicia done? Oh, my God. Oh, dear me. Oh, good evening, Hayley. I'm all right, Foofy, thank you. What on earth has Alicia done? I don't think she's always something about Palestine. My days. Okay. I'm not even going there. I'm not going there. Oh, I saw the conversation with Zach about refugees. I'm not touching that. Thank you, Karen. Not going there. Not a chance. Have at it. Enjoy yourself. But yeah, I saw the Blasters live, which was a whole lot of shouting, and I saw Angie with Pearl and Zach and Dan, and that was a whole lot of shouting. And pretty much people have just been shouting most of the day. Oh, she can, Foofy. She can. She probably will. Yeah. She does like someone to complain about, does our Ange. You know, she's not happy unless she's complaining, in fairness. Thank you, Mel. Oh, Tiffany, yes. Yes, Carrie, you have. But it's been one of those, it has, Andrea. It's been one of those days where if you have ADHD, it's not too bad. If you have autism, yeah, I'm not hopeful, because people were shouting a lot. Thank you, Anna. Oh, I saw that, Paula. That was deliberate. I am Mum of 8. Thank you. Evening, Sal. Hiya, Signal Boost. Are you all right, love? Thank you, Anna. It was a lot. It was a lot. It did. Yeah, it did put me in mind. Thank you, Sal, of a bunch of people, you know, stood outside a pub having a bit of a yelling match. Not gonna lie. And whereas I would normally walk past those sorts of shenanigans, I did actually stay to watch a little bit. I did have to turn it down and then turn it back up and then turn it down. Hi, Tara, and then turn it back up and then turn it down. I'm all right, Salem. How are you, love? So it was one of them. Angie was doing what Angie does. Yeah. Yeah, it was. When you're sitting there going, you know you've been on for too long and you need to take a break. Hi, Leaf. So, thank you, Andrea. I came away. Yeah, midnight, yeah. Because I wanted to talk about awareness tonight and what we do. Bless you, Flick. Have you been ignored by Froggy? Rude. So I'm going to talk about awareness and what we do, and I'm also going to address the people that don't do awareness but have an awful lot to say. Does she? I wouldn't stand for that. I really wouldn't. Yes, I did, Joe. And what I will say about that is she absolutely knows that Sheila should not be on camera. Thank you, Brenda, darling. Love you too. I do. I love you loads. I'll message you after the live. She knows Sheila shouldn't be on camera, and she turned her camera around deliberately. What more do you need to know? Evening, Kelly. I know, darling. I rest my case. Yes. Because she had was it Celebrate or something was on, and evening, Tracy, something was on, and thank you, little legs. Angie flipped the camera. Thank you, Deborah. So that before, hi FYP, you all right, lovely? Before Sheila knew what was going on. Oh, for heaven's sake, Matt, really? Before Sheila had time to turn, right there. And you cannot tell me that Angela does not know that she shouldn't be on camera. Is she going crazy? Is Alicia even in the box? She did. Yeah. She had to go at Blaster. She didn't like the way things were going. Of course she does. Oh, sorry, Lisa. Hiya, darling. Hi, Sal. She absolutely, I don't understand why people don't see it, and I don't mean you people. I mean, was she watching? You spammed every live you've been in, and it really, really annoys me. And I couldn't block you anywhere else, but I'll have the pleasure of doing it now. Bye-bye. Is she really going nuts? I mean, do I want to know? Really, do I want to know? Do I want to know? Yeah, probably a little bit of me wants to know. Thank you, Ria. Thank you, Tiffany. Hi, Betty. Bear with. Are you on it, Matt? Sorry, I'm just being nosy. It's terrible, isn't it? Thank you, Tiffany. She's having a proper rant. Wait a second. It's just if she's being offensive. This woman drives me nuts. Why am I doing this? She drives me potty. Hang on a minute. Let's take that out of there. Oh, come on. Oh, you won't be able to hear her, will you? Why is she ranting? Bear with me a second. I can't hear her for some reason.
And I'm not going to lie, even though you got all these videos of me saying bad, I never. Do you know when people say about who follows who and all of that stuff? I never know. Have I just confirmed?
Hang on.
Why do you have? Oh, here we go. I'll come to him. Oh, hi, my Steph. Hello. In the big box. I'll go on mute. It doesn't make sense. It looks like a bedroom, and it looks like you're stalking me because you've been watching me for 3 years. That's exactly what the police would say. Unless it's about you, which it is not. That's exactly what the police will say. So you won't have a case, love. Oh, thank you, Gemma. Don't worry about gifting me on here.
What?
But you will not have a case. Facts.
A case against who?
It's like every time there's a video.
Is she calling Alicia a stalker?
Lisa's going to have it. She needs to hand her vote.
Thank you, Joe.
3 fucking years this woman's been obsessed over me.
Hi, Shelley.
And that shows.
Thank you, Dawn.
Really shows on how many videos she has on me on her phone. I've got videos of people, but they're mixed. It's like, can you imagine me having, like, for example, everything she's done on the set for 3 years?
I know. Public platforms, social media, and people watching.
I've got an obsession.
Who knew?
To show to the police that you have an obsession over me. You have a vendetta over me. You're trying to set me up. You know, you're trying to bait me when I'm at my most, the weakest.
Alicia.
Please. Every time Alicia's got at least.
Sorry, we're on deluded Angie's. Thank you, Jackie Love.
And I don't know, it's public platform.
And she's going off on Alicia. I don't know what Alicia's done.
For 3 years? How many
breathed, probably.
How many is this?
Not going to lie, not got a problem with Alicia.
That's weird.
You know, you don't always have to agree with her, but she says what she thinks, and she,
doesn't matter.
Oh, Pearl's made her very angry.
Vendetta,
very angry.
On me. That's what it will show to the police.
The thing is,
it will show how she's trying to set me up. Facts. It will show that she's probably trying to bait me when I'm.
The thing with deluded. Good evening, Kath. No. The thing with deluded. Thank you, Laura. Right. Is right. She's another one. She went in the Blasters live She got called out. She got called out good and proper as well. Evidence was brought forward. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Evidence, thank you, Kaza. Thank you, Joe. Evidence was brought forward. Oh, I know, absolutely, Amanda. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Joe. Then the evidence came out, right? She dropped. She had to keep dropping from the live because she kept getting violations. And then she came back drunk, right? And started talking to the blaster about PTSD. Now, for those that don't know, the blaster is a veteran. And Hi Spencer does have PTSD, right? And Angie was there talking about the Chelsea pensioners. Yeah, Devil's Angels, yeah. Talking about the Chelsea pensioners. Oh, bless you, Hazel. How come? Thank you, Jackie. Oh, bless you, Sleepy Rach. Absolutely blaster. But she was talking about the Chelsea pensioners, how her mum knows them, how Angie knows them, how they know people who are high up, and she kept saying PTSD. It was in every sentence. And then she would say, was it the army you were in? Were you in the army? And she was really trying to get the blaster to snap back, and the blaster snapped back, right? And I don't blame her. I know exactly how that feels. Ouch, Hazel. She did said it deliberately to trigger her, and this is what I don't understand about her gifters. How you could not see that and know it's happening, I'll never know, because it was incredibly, yeah. It doesn't. I've got PTSD, so I totally understand that more of 8. But she was doing it deliberately. Right? And if you've had PTSD or you know somebody that's had PTSD, I'm not being funny. You don't attempt to trigger it in someone else. Thank you, Spell HQ. Oh, Kaza, it's... Why? Do you, Joe? The thing is, right, you can love a bit of drama. Who doesn't like a bit of gossip? You know, a bit of, oh my God, did you see that? Right? Oh, that's horrible, Devil's Angel. I've had that once, and it's horrible. It really is, right? But to deliberately try to trigger PTSD is I'm sorry, that's evil. I can't think of another word for it. It's utterly evil, and I don't understand it. Thank you, Hazel. I don't understand people that were going in and defending Angela. What is funny... Do you know what, Bernie? I didn't see that, darling. I didn't see that. And I know Corey's dad is definitely ex-police. Is he ex-forces as well? But I did see... I sent an invitation to someone, please ignore it. I did see the one where Angela was trying to trigger the blaster. It's not right to trigger anybody. It's not right to say anything about anybody's PTSD. It's not something anybody should be doing, right? Sorry, Auntie Di. You're not coming up anyway. You made worms. No, mine's not veteran related either, and I can't even imagine what that is like, and I don't want to know, with the greatest of respect. Slavy worms, yeah. Thank you, Laz. But for Angela allegedly drunk to come in, yeah. And the thing is, as well, with veteran PTSD, the army, the services don't recognise it, do they? Oh, bless you, Carol. Yeah, they don't. Do they recognise it, Ali? Because you would know. Yeah, mine's. honestly, I think that's why our community is such a wonderful one, Daily Vibe, because everybody, well, pretty much most people in here have either had, hiya Sarah, have either had childhood trauma, adult trauma. We have, a lot of us suffer with fair to middling or poor mental health. A lot of us have disabilities, illnesses. Hi, Batty and Sam. And that's what makes this community really work. Evening, Foxy, darling. Hi, boss lady. You all right, my love? Exactly. So that's we not only do we cover a multitude of sins in here, we can support each other. I think so, Kazza. Yeah, I think so. But we know it's a lot more complex than that now. Do you know what? It regularly goes. Thank you, boss lady. It regularly goes. No, I didn't, Shelley. I will go and check. It regularly goes undiagnosed, particularly in people that have it mildly. Evening, warrior mum. Because it sometimes gets diagnosed as panic attacks, anxiety, and it's more than that. So, but for me, for Angela to go in there and try to trigger the blaster, or anyone that was listening to that live that has PTSD, was evil. Sorry, I can't think of another word to describe it. So's mine, Vic, but it still affects me. Oh, bless you, Carol. So then she was in boxes with, oh yeah, Joe. Then she was in boxes with people, wasn't she? And now she's run to, I don't know where this has come from though. Where's this come from? Does anyone know? I know she was triggered by the Blasters live, and then she's been re-triggered. Oh yeah, re-triggered by the boxes that were just with Zach and Dan and Pearl, because they were all saying the worst to each other. And now she said, but why Alicia? Hi, Angela. Why Alicia? What's Alicia done? I mean, aside from wore the wrong top. Oh yeah, completely. Because she's just the drink. Because she gets fixated, doesn't she? She fixates on somebody, and then they get both barrels for about 24 hours, and then she moves on. Oh, God. Is it true about Tim? Yes. Alive and well. Yeah. And do you know what, Daily Vibe? That's what really, really winds me up. Hi Mel, she's just earned 8K? No. 8K? This week just gone. And she's doing this for gifts. Is she 8.5K? There you go. And she's fleecing her community again. Because 8.5K isn't enough. Oh yeah, that's 3 days. Tim is alive. Yes, it was all a con. Oh yeah, thank you, Lynn. I've always said a fool and their money are easily parted. And at this point, if they're going to give money, then crack on, you know. I kind of agree with Miss Red. Enjoy your pot noodle on Christmas Day. Exactly, Daily Vibe. How much of it was going around like that? How many accounts has Deluded got? Yeah, I've seen her once or twice, but she seems to have stepped back from things a bit, doesn't she? Maybe they fell out again. Oh, I know, Amber. Yeah. Oh, of course it was, Jackie. Always is. Always is. Hiya, Alice. But now to go off on Alicia. I mean, not that Alicia will be bothered, to be fair. Sorry. Thank you, T, love. Sorry, who's not? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Tori. Yeah, maybe. I know, that's why I was thinking of. Thank you, T. It's Alicia's turn, little legs. I don't know. I really don't know. I was very tempted to go into the Blasters Live today to see how long Angie stayed in the box, to be fair. But as you know, I don't do that. So I didn't. Oh, you good, Lynn. Thank you, Kathy. So I didn't bother going in. Alicia, she's been around, bless her. Alicia, apologies for the way I'm going to word this. She's been around a while. She used to troll Miss Red. Thank you, Charlie. She used to troll Miss Red. If you see people arguing, you'll normally see Alicia there. She has very strong opinions. And will defend her friends to the max. Hi, Mike. Thank you, Bubbles. She will defend her friends and she will argue with anyone. She'll also say some stuff that can be quite cutting and quite upsetting. Thank you, Kathy, if you're on the receiving end of it. However, thank you. She is what she is. You take her as you find her. You either like her or you don't. She's Alicia. But she also does a lot of good off the app. And in fact was part of the awareness community that discovered that Tim was breathing happily whilst watching the carnage he caused. So, you know, I never used to like her. I like her now. I'm not going to lie. I like her now. But yeah. So if Angie's going after Alicia, first off, wrong person. Thank you, Donna, love. Wrong person to attack. Because Alicia won't care. Unless Angie does what Angie does and goes low. And starts going for her kids. So, and Angie, that's... Yeah, Leaf. Oh, no, yeah, but they didn't. No, no. Right, so if you were in Pearl's live earlier, Pearl was pretending to talk to Tim. Pretending that Tim... hi, Nicola. Pretending that Tim was in the chat. Tim was not in the chat. So Pearl was winding Angie up by saying, "Oh, Tim, she asked you to do this, blah, blah, blah." It's not true. It's not true. Whatever Tim did was completely on Tim. Nothing to do with anybody else. So, but they were, oh God, he's back. Hi, Lady Libra. Thank you, Flick. Oh no, it was Pearl being Pearl. Thank you, Nicola. It was Pearl being Pearl. I mean, to be fair, I'm not... yeah. Yeah. It did. I saw some of the comments, actually, and some of the comments were thinking that that's what's actually happened. And to be honest, if I'm really being true to my moral compass, I cannot call out people making Elphaba a victim and say that's wrong. Why, Karen? What's the matter, darling? If I don't also say making Angela a victim is also wrong. But that's the drama side of TikTok and not the awareness side. So they do it differently. So yeah, if I'm being honest, I need to call out both. But like I said, that's drama. I'm awareness. So as an awareness, yeah, Karen, it's what it is, what they say it is, isn't it? They do create drama, and there is genuine dislike there, genuine dislike, and I think that there are times where it goes beyond being petty. That's it, Karen. Yeah, it does go too low. Hiya, Tina. You all right, lovely? It does go too low, and it does affect audiences. And I think it might have changed a little had we. Thank you, Christine. Had we had Tim not been breathing, but because it's all turned out to be just a horrible lie. You're right, Christine. I don't think it's going to make anything change particularly. I think some creators have sat back and thought maybe, there's it to go after the personal is not the right way to go. Oh, Jackie. I don't know, but this isn't the first time that he's done it. Sorry, I can't understand that, Salem. Yeah, and that is drama talk, unfortunately. But yeah, it wasn't Tim's first time. He's done that before, which is a truly horrible thing to do. Really horrible, especially when the friend that you've made. Thank you, Christine. A friend that you've made who is real life that you've met. Yeah. A friend that you've met in real life that you've known for 3 years, who's been to your house, whose house you've been to have that put on her. And the whole time she thinks she's communicating with Tim's sister, it's actually Tim. So he's hearing in real time how Max was feeling and still carried it on. That's I know, Tori. I know. Thank you, Lou. Sorry, Lola Lou. So it's not for me. Thank you, Dream Love. Sorry, just bear with. Hang on, sorry, wait a minute. I've learned that there is a big difference between having poor mental health and just having a poor character. And I would have to say, given that Tim has done this before, I would go with the second option. Yeah, no, that wasn't Tim, Paula. Exactly, Catherine. Hi, Claire. I think if you have a mental health breakdown, thank you, and you get better with work, therapy, whatever you need to do, then you're not going to repeat the same mistakes, are you? Because what you did was part of your mental health crisis. If you then go on to repeat it, that's not a mental health crisis, in my opinion. That's more to do with the levels you will go to manipulate a situation. Because like someone just said in the, thank you, Nana Sue, and someone just said in the chat, they then went and asked whether Dame had unalived himself. So if that's your intention, thank you, Betty. If that's your intention, I think all concerned have had a lucky escape. Yeah, all right, Lisa. Yes, I remembered. Thank you, Eileen, love. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Catherine. I mean, hi, Catherine. Dear me. What? Oh, flick. Thank you, Shirley. That's awful. Not too bad, Lisa. Thank you, Helen. Oh, bless you, Eternia. Get some rest, love. Think good thoughts. Good evening, Eileen. Thank you, Helen. Sorry, just... Oh, yeah, Tori. I mean, how do you trust... Thank you, Lola. Bless your heart. Thank you. I'm possibly one of the few creators that is not going for Live Fest. I'm just putting that out there. You're all right, Thomas, love. Oh, really, Miss Boo Boo? See, it's not here. I think if you gain financially... Thank you, Kathy. Exactly, Eileen. I think if you gain financially, here it is. But the actual con, if you like, isn't. If there's no proper no action taken by it. Yeah, Amanda, I thought so. You have to benefit. Thank you, Lola. You have to benefit from it. Thank you, Claire. In order to be charged with anything, because I don't know whether the British people will remember. I don't know whether it got as far. It got over the pond, but we had somebody here who allegedly drowned from a canoe, going out in a canoe, and they were secretly they'd got the life insurance money that had all paid out, and they went to Panama or somewhere, and they had photos taken, and he turned up back in the UK pretending he had memory loss and ended up going to prison. No Life Fest. Yeah, I did. It was really interesting. I do like things like that. That's the one, yeah. I know I'm British, but I have no idea where I am or who I am. The wife was in on it as well, yes. Yeah, but the sons were not. And I don't think they speak to either of them anymore, and I wouldn't either. Yeah, Simon did it, and Karma paid Simon back. Yeah. That's right, yeah, she took him food. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Anyway, so yeah, whatever he's done, this Tim, well, would you? I wouldn't. I would never forgive my mum for that. Yeah. Good evening. Good evening, Paula. You all right, lovely? Hi, JSW. How are you? So what... Sorry, I'm just listening to I'm trying to keep an eye. Are these battling? Oh, stop. Oh, these people annoy me. Thank you, Christine. Thank you. Ugh. What else is in the box? Oh, Smiles. Oh, good God. Don't even with Smiles. Ugh. Smiles is a scammer. She's one of Delusive's mods. A proven scammer, can I just say? God, I was talking about awareness, wasn't I? Right, let me get my thoughts together and change the goal. And then I will crack on with what I was going to talk about. Because I need to speak to people who, thank you for the heart me, who seem to think raising awareness is really easy. So easy, in fact, they don't bother. And somebody I know was very tempted to stop today, and we can't have that. So I thought I would raise awareness on awareness. Sorry, hang on a minute. And for anyone that's wondering what the fudge Corey Wilde was doing in here before, can I just say, I have given everybody a clean slate. Me personally. She won't. I've given everybody a clean slate, right? I have put down all the stuff that was bugging me about people because it only affects me. It doesn't affect anyone else. Okay? So, you will see me knocking around in various people's rooms. Don't think that that means I'm suddenly BFFs with everybody. Thank you, Ali. Right? What it means is I've set aside all the crap that comes with, I like this creator, I hate this creator, I like this. I've put all that down. Thank you, Ali. Thank you, everybody. Absolutely, Gerbera, absolutely. So you will see me in Corey's live. You will see me in Alex Brigham's. You will see me in EQ's. You will see me in Misreads. You will see me everywhere, right? I was carrying so much. Hi, Marie. You do, Matt. I was carrying so much anger towards people. It doesn't do anybody any good. You know, I'm adulting over here, okay? And actually, when you look at all the carnage that's going on, oh, bless you. When you look at all the carnage that's going on, it's quite nice to know that I can go in anyone's room. You know, thank you, Social Love. Thank you, Rhea. And not be, thank you, FIP. And not be, you know, what's she doing in here? Block her. Or I'm not going in there. There are rooms I will avoid. There are rooms I will avoid. Delusives, for instance. Never go in there. Ever. Thank you, Ali. Thank you, Rhea. Thank you, Angie. You will never see me in there. You will never see me. You're right, Socia. You will never see me in Alphabas. Thank you, PSB. Never will you see me in Alphabas. Because unless I'm come to in, but I will never go in there. Exactly, Helen. It's for everybody to make their own minds up. So yeah. Thank you for the follows. I am noticing it's difficult. Have you just done that? Oh, that's it, right. Universe is all round then. Oh my God, you did as well. Oh no, you didn't. Did you? Oh, I'm so confused. What? Oh no, oh, for heaven's sake. Right, okay. Thank you ever so much. Let me just do this and then I'll start talking about awareness. Oh, I'll do them. They look pretty. Hang on a moment. Oh, what can we do that's going to stop you? So I don't have to do this again. I don't like doing this. It's annoying. Hang on. don't know. That. I'm going to do that. Right. Everybody ignore this one, please, because it keeps going across the screen and it winds me up. So, awareness. Oh, I know. I know. Oh, lovely. Delightful. So, awareness, right? What do we do? First of all, why do we do it? Hey, up, you're right. Thank you, Spartan. And why do we do it? Wait a minute. Right, so I do it. I can only speak for me. I do it because I don't get out much. I don't mean it like that. What I mean is, it's something, thank you, Marie. It's something I can do because I don't get out much. Not I'm bored, I don't get out much, I'll do awareness. That just came out completely wrong. Really good job, that, Joe. Thank you, Fee. Right. We'll start that again. Okay, so I do awareness because I'm nosy. I'm also really good at spotting, thank you, Shan, for the follow, at spotting troublesome behaviour. I have, thank you, Shelley, that was more what I meant, yes. Thank you, Fee. Just a God. I'm trying to be deadly serious. But I do it as well because I've got grown-up children and luckily my children grew up unscathed. I didn't, but my kids did. And it's a different world now. There used to be a time when my kids could come home from school, shut the door, and there was no threats coming from inside the house. But there is now for children, particularly children and vulnerable adults. So I started by, it's terrifying, Vic. I started by, I don't know how the algorithm picked it up, but I started being directed to TikToks surrounding Alphaba. And I was watching these TikToks. Thank you, Lay. Watching these TikToks, and I was sitting there thinking, something's not right. Something's not right. And so I started putting in the search engine about Alphaba, and through that I found Bambird. I was already friends with other people who were kind of in the awareness that I don't speak to anymore. Thank you, Martina. But I found Bambird and we got talking. And she was working so hard and told me what was publicly available information about Alphaba, and I thought, not having that. So I started looking into it. So to raise awareness, you have to be able to do this, or do really good TikToks that are put together so that you're presenting evidence without emotion as much as possible. I use humour in mine if I can, because it still gets the point across without necessarily and hopefully upsetting anyone. Behind the scenes, I do a lot of research. I do a lot of emails. I do a lot of tracking back, a lot of looking at, if a photo's put up, zooming in on places, keeping an eye on news feeds, all of that stuff, right? So when it comes to exactly FYP, but that's okay. Sarcasm okay, as long as we're not getting personal, and I don't see the problem. The problem comes from people who like to have their say. And I have no problem with people who have an opinion and want to voice it, or have a question and want to ask it. I will answer questions all day long, right? My issue becomes when you are, thank you, when you are questioning the validity of the awareness community, and it's got to the point where you are questioning whether it's awareness or bullying, I start to have an issue, because then my response to you is look up the definition of bullying, right? And then look up the definition of awareness and see the difference. And it is a very fine line. It is a very fine line, especially as those of us who are in the awareness community really don't like the people we're raising awareness on. So we have to be incredibly careful that we're not putting out misinformation. I would love to sit there and say, oh, an Elphaba is this, that and the other, right, with no proof, and just really stir the pot. But it doesn't achieve anything. It makes Elphaba a victim, and it absolutely destroys my credibility. So we can come on and do TikToks, and we can come on and hold lives, and we can do all of this stuff, right? That's what you see. What you don't see is what's going on. I have fired off today 5 emails, and I'm not the only one, right? So me personally, I've contacted Stephen Phillips again. I've used their online inquiry form. I've also emailed them with the clip to say, here is Elphaba explaining that she's given the external door code to somebody. This is dangerous, right? I've also emailed RSPCA Enfield. I've emailed thank you. Oh, Angie, thank you. I've also emailed RSPCA in central London. I've got hold of the council email, a different department. I've emailed them. I'm always, thank you, lovely. I'm always looking to make contact with people. Now, I find it really difficult, thank you, Kaza, and I'm sure lots of you will agree, to talk to people on the phone. I find that really hard. My anxiety goes through the roof. And yes, I do have anxiety, right? So unless I absolutely have to, I'd much prefer to send an email. However, I'm at the point with the cat now that I'm going to make phone calls. Yeah. It just, I don't know what it is. I just can't. I find it really difficult. Even if somebody I know, like I'm expecting a phone call from a vet to do with the dog. And even though I know it's the vet that's calling me and I know the reason why, I'm dreading it. I don't understand why, but hey ho. It is Sal, yeah. So, but I'm going to start making calls. Paper trail, absolutely. But I am going to start making phone calls, and I am going to list the amount of times I've been in touch with them, give them the dates, and say what is going on. Right? It's really difficult. Yeah, exactly. Hiya, Sally. Correct, Foggy. Yeah. I think a lot of us with traumatic pasts potentially struggle to speak on the phone. I think I don't know whether it's something about being heard or voice notes don't bother me. Yeah, Kelly. Yes, Crow. Good idea. Thank you, TNT. Thank you. But I am going to start making phone calls because I really am scared for that cat. Genuinely. Thank you, Debs. So at this point, I need to put my fear down in order to help Thank you, Sherry, in order to save the life of a cat. Thank you, just Andrea, darling. And I find that really difficult, but I'm going to do it because that's how scared I am for that cat. I know, Linda, I know. But I've sent about 15 emails about that cat and nothing's happening, so I think it's time to reiterate just how, no worries, just how important this is now, and how this is now an urgent. Thank you, Sally. Yeah, thank you, Angie. This needs to go. This needs to be escalated. Thank you, Sylvia. To the point of urgent. Otherwise, that cat's going to get abandoned. Absolutely. It is a very urgent animal welfare concern. So, and I appreciate that the RSPCA are inundated, but with the greatest of respect to RSPCA, that's not my problem. Very disappointing. So if you are able, I would urge people to contact the RSPCA by phone. I don't expect you to, but if you are able, answer that. Yeah. Do you know what, Haley? And this is my concern, right? So I was actually thinking of contacting someone on TikTok. That Cats Protection won't do anything. No. Exactly, TNT. That's exactly what it is. It needs to not be a single voice. It needs to be a shout. And I think that's where we're at, Haley. I'm thinking that's where we're at. Yeah. They might. Well, no, there are people on here that are very pro animal welfare. Oh, God's sake. Catnapping. I've looked, Froggy, I've checked, and that's all they are, is local rescue. They don't, when they say rescue, they normally mean refuge rather than rescue. So they don't actually go out and get the cat. The police won't do anything because it's the RSPCA's job. The Cats Protection tell you to, right, so there is a number that I can phone. Cats Protection does have a number that you can phone, right? So this is what I've told them. I'm not telling you everything I've told them because alphabet. No, in fact, I'm not going to say anything. All I would say is, yeah, but I am at that point. I am at that point now where this is ridiculous. Antoinette, can you please message me with their details? I would really appreciate that. Hi, Andy. Hiya, Donna. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Hi, Miss Ali. You all right? Yeah, Jackie, I don't blame you, love. With regards to the protest, right? Can I say How can I say? We'll have a chat, Amber. The protest. If you are thinking of attending, and you do, and it looks like things are taking a turn, walk away. A lot of people are very angry, rightly so, incredibly angry. Especially as this has gone on for, well, I've been around 3 years and it's been going on that whole time. People are rightly fed up, and it's not going to take much to light the touch paper. Thank you, Ms. Ali. It really does, Vic, and thank you, Joe. I would honestly urge people. It absolutely could. The last thing we need, right? The last thing we need is Elphaba being a victim. Absolutely the last thing we need. Yeah. But the thing is, there is an open police case, okay? In regards to one of the people who have the open case against Elphaba, the police have requested, thank you, Kim, to make an arrest. The person who has the case open is not currently in a position whereby they are safe. So they have asked the police to hold off. That's where we're at. There has been a multi-agency meeting, at which point we think social services started doing their spot checks. There is a whole load of stuff going on behind the scenes. And as I've said before, and you could appreciate, we cannot say everything. We don't know everything. GDPR is a very real thing. And some of the information that we do know, we can't share with you, right? Because sharing it with all of you means saying it on here, which means Elphaba gets to hear about it. And we don't want to do that. No, unfortunately, Simon, no. So, this is to the people that like to sit in the comments. And, well, this sounds like bullying to me. This is verging on vigilantism for me. Why haven't you done this? Have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done this? If you've thought of it, so have we. Good evening, Cheryl. If you've thought of it, we've thought of it. If you've thought of it, we've probably done it several times. What we don't need, right, are people criticising us for doing something they're not prepared to do. And that drives me nuts. There was comment after comment after comment made on an awareness person's post, and I received a message but from that person saying, I am done. So I rushed in there to defend said person, to make sure they knew they were not alone. Hi, Kingsley. Right? I shouldn't have to do that. But the number of people that we get in our comments telling us that we're bullies, that we're this, that, and the other, right, is depressing. And frankly, it does make us want, hi Michelle, it does make us want to not bother, because, and this is to all the people that do all the criticising, none of you, we are people with families. A lot of us have jobs, a lot of us have disabilities, illnesses, mental health issues, right? Children, some of us are carers. We live lives just like you. We are not sitting unencumbered by life, focusing entirely, thank you Kingsley, focusing on entirely on awareness. We are juggling life. So when you come at us in the comments or make up, thank you, or make up hate pages about us, you're putting effort into putting hate on an awareness creator, but not the person on whom the awareness is being raised. Make that make sense to me. Hiya, Romany. Flipping heck, you're not wrong. You're all right, lovely. Hey. We do, Cheryl, and you know what? But we get disheartened. We get, is this ever going to end? How much more can we do? We get all that. We tell ourselves that all the time. We're done, nothing's happening. We do all of that. So you're not saying anything to us that we haven't already said to ourselves. Thank you, Jane, darling. Thank you. Oh, who's that? Thank you, TikTok Truth. I know. It's so frustrating, and to have somebody, I know, darling, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but to have somebody set up a hate page on a person in the awareness community, rather than the person who nobody should have a hate page, but why are you directing that? Do you know what? I'm just going to say it. Stormy is done, or Stormy is over, right? I'm talking to you. You have set up a page in which you claim that you are not a fan of Elphaba. That Elphaba has triggered you, yada yada. Now, whether you are Elphaba or one of Elphaba's minions, or you absolutely do not like Elphaba, why are you wasting your time hating on somebody who is trying to raise awareness? The reason Stormy does and says what she does and says, thank you, Andy and Alice, right, which you called trauma dumping, is to explain why she's doing what she's doing, that she understands what she's doing and why she's doing it, that she has the knowledge from her, what she's been through, to be able to spot stuff, to have what happened to her not happen to anyone else's children. It is not trauma dumping. By the way, a phrase I really, really hate. She is obliged to share nothing. She doesn't have to give you updates, thank you, Andy, right, on what she's done, what she's going through, where she's up to. There are days she cannot get out of bed because of the pain she's in. And she's also got a real life to be getting on with. And you have taken the time out of your day to make a page aimed directly at her.